brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in Scandinavia for a little 19 player free-for-all action. And well, full sending is not allowed. I like my spot. This is honestly the spot I was trying to get before the match started. It's like, I want to explore this spot because I've noticed a lot of people get big from this spot, especially in smaller matches, because they're able to overwhelm the person in the west. And there's another person there. Well, okay, well, just kind of hope that our strategy works out the same. Maybe this person in the west is gonna be a little bit weaker, but the ideal strategy is that this guy's a little bit farther into the west, and then that we can encapsulate him, much like we do in the world map up over there in Russia. But alas, we'll have to kind of see how that goes. We are going to run out of space, so I'm going to send a little bit early and just see how much of this land we can get. I'm very worried about Crystal above me as a potential enemy. I don't want to yield too much land to them, and I am also worried about player 578. They've had a pretty good expansion path so far themselves. I'm kind of hoping that they will overuse their troops. Now, looking at my bet place, I actually have a really big advantage. I thought there was a player over to the east of us. There doesn't seem to be one. So let's cut over to the west to make sure that player 578 is contained and Crystal has nowhere else to go over here. And then, yeah, let's push over here. There's nobody over here, so this is a huge opportunity for us to grab all of the southern region. And as long as we can just beat Crystal over here, Android user 911 is not coming over here as well. So it looks like we will have all of this to ourselves. Now, this is a slightly dangerous spot to be in because people will recognize how many of these bots you have behind you and be like, hey, that guy's gonna be a problem. Hey, there's a Corgi boy coming down too. Okay, that might be a bit of an issue. He's probably the most threatening of all of them right now. Android user 911 is rather small. Now, I'm hoping he serves as a little bit of a distraction. 911 is attacking Corgi. Really? Well, we'll just slowly but surely grab the rest of this land over here. Yeah, that works out great for me. I was very surprised. I could have sworn there was going to be a bit of a team up against me, but 911 has really secured my victory here by attacking Corgi and slowing him down ever so slightly. That's all we needed. Now, player 578 wants a truce so he could potentially attack China. I'm going to allow that for right now, as I do need to save up myself. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take out the rest of Android user 911 over here, joining with Crystal and Corgi. So there we go. That is going to be it. We are in first place by about 20,000 pixels. So we have nothing to do but sit on our butts and wait. Now, Corgi's asking for alliances. He asked me directly for an alliance. I was about to say, he wants to attack Crystal? He is attacking Crystal. I mean, I'll join in. I definitely have more of a eye for the west like I'd initially planned, but we'll knock down this guy a little bit. You know, never mind. Look how weak this guy is. We gotta really knock him down. We can grab all this land. We have enough troops to do this. Especially with those two fighting even briefly, we have enough troops to get all this down here real quick, so we can get it in one swift blow, and that's gonna be huge for us. We are now in the lead by, again, about 30,000 pixels now. Holy cow, what a dominant showing from us here. Getting very lucky in our initial positioning. And then just being able to cut off people from the south really allowed us to snowball from here. And it's going to be really hard for people to stop us at this point. They're going to have to team up against us in a lot of different ways in order to prevent all this. But we will continue to keep saving up here. No need to rush into anything. Now, what is my big fear? I'm worried that alone versus all is going to rally people around him to attack us. So maybe I can give him an easier target and appease the Corgi guy as well by attacking Crystal and then going into alone versus all. Let's just go ahead and get rid of one person that we know is going to be an enemy because we've already attacked them. Help out our ally in Corgi, grab a little bit more land. Hopefully he does not betray us in this instant. And if he doesn't, then we have a nice little ally for ourselves. And player 527 could potentially be a bit of a troublemaker. So could Chinatown. Chinatown's asking for an alliance. And Corgi wants to go into player 527. I'm going into alone versus all. This is a great opportunity for me to grab a lot of land and take away really any kind of coalition against me. We'll take truces with these two, and that really secures it. As long as I can hold my 3 alliances that I have over here in the east, well, then there's nobody to stop me. Alone versus all is saying, hey guys, we got a huge issue here. If this guy takes me out, that's the game. And that's kind of what my plan is. So I'm going to work very swiftly to take him out by maintaining a high amount of troops. My plan here is to keep those 3 guys as allies and sweep up through Koopa and then player 2, 4, 5 up there in the north. So this is going to be the... Ooh, player 527 has taken out Chinatown. I'm not going to risk any of that land. No. I like having 527 as a buffer state. The worst thing that could happen to me right now is that yellow player works his way down and then is able to fight against me because he's actually rather strong. He's the 2nd place player. That would be really dangerous. So now we're actually in a little bit of a rush against time. We need to take out all alone versus all and then start the fight against Koopa and hope that player 527 doesn't betray us in this moment. Molan is attacking me. I am going to attack him to quickly grab a little bit of land away from him. He's only got 1 million troops, so we can quickly get this done. Another attack should be it. And yes, that looks like that will get it done. Wonderful. So we are now in the lead by 12,000 pixels, and we will continue our onslaught into Koopa. Now, unfortunately for us, 527 has remained loyal, and iOS user 743 is now just beginning his attack on 527. He is not going to be able to get him down faster than I'm able to get down Koopa, and at this point the game is out of reach. We've been able to keep our ally Corgi satisfied, and honestly I think he would have fought us earlier if that Android user 911 hadn't been attacking him. But that really changed the game. It's kind of like the butterfly flaps his wings on one side of the world and then the tsunami hits on the other, you know, that type of thing. The butterfly effect, that's it. Can't believe I forgot what that was called. But that was a nice little performance from us, able to really secure everything we had. Unfortunately, we will lose our kind of human shield player 527, but we will avenge him by taking out this iOS user right here. And we will definitely peace out with Corgi. He's been nothing but a nice lad to us. And I don't really think that his allegiance to me was purely based off Corgi. It was kind of more along the lines of he was doing what was best for him and not trying to anger the winds. He could have potentially fought against me earlier, but he never really had the strength to do so. So we will finish up this iOS user 743. Say GG's to all involved on this one as we wrap up the first game in a swift battle here. We'll give the claps of good sportsmanship and signal that we're looking for a peace. Give one ye kissy face for the boys, and then get ready to move on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 27-person battle here in Europe. That first battle was short, so we're definitely doing another free-for-all in a geographical map. Now, I am a little bit not super happy. I kind of want to go over here. Let's just go over here. Yeah, forget Africa. We're done with Africa. This is a little bit more of a challenging spot. Now, this is going to be challenging because the person above us really dictates our future. If they get really big and can build a coalition against us, we lose this game. So our number one target, our number one enemy is going to be the guy above us. And in Europe, the map positioning in this location does not allow for him to really go around you in any location. So he is someone that we have to really have the mindset of, I'm going to fight this guy immediately. And his name is I Love You. Well, that's a little awkward. But we'll just go on our infinite growth phase here. We'll probably get cut off here quickly from the bots. No, we're able to squeeze up north a little bit. That's wonderful. Now, our goal needs to be to get as big as possible, not waste any troops in these battles, but I do want to push up north as soon as I possibly can. Fortunately, the troops up north are being not as cooperative as they potentially could be, but I do need to cut off I Love You from being able to expand any farther into the east or the west or the south. I Love You does have the crown. That is a little bit unfortunate that he is a strong player that we're trying to do this to. It is a very, very risky strategy to do this on, but based off the positioning of every other player, I think we'll have the room to get this done, as we do need to push over here. We do cut off I Love You from being able to go any farther to the south. That is very, very big for us, and now we can start pushing on these bigger bots that we border and stop worrying about positioning as much. Now, again, we have to worry about the coalition that goes against us. Now, looking at the player in Scandinavia, he is weak, at least for the time being. I'm going to keep an eye on him, but right now it's much more valuable for me to grab all these juicy bots rather than jump into an engagement right away where I'm at my most vulnerable. But I will get good borders on him just in case. That is looking like a beautiful target. I'll be surprised if nobody else goes into him, and I'm going into him. The reason for that being is I saw he had 30,000. I was like, yep, there we go. There's the opportunity. He's like basically full sending at this point. Let's just grab all of this. I love you's even in on this. I'm imagining somebody else will be in on this. Huge risk here with I love you being rather strong behind us. So I'm actually going to taper my attacks. We just need a few clicks of the interest, but this was slightly stupid, very greedy. Truce. Let's see if we can recover from this. But that was very dumb. And I love you is attacking me. Okay, no problem there. We have surpassed him in troops. As long as nobody else joins in, Japan has given us a truce. That is good. We just need to hold the line here, building up our troops to get to our red interest mark. We're at 10 million, keep in mind. We're double second place. And second place is next to us. A little bit unfortunate. Grab this extra bit of land here. Now, if Tabby over there does see me, I think he's kind of missed his opportunity to attack me, which is great, because then I can go into I love you, and I've got nothing but time in this situation. The slower the game plays, the better for me. Now, looking at the board, who are my big threats? Jokip, the yellow player, is going to be a threat. Tabby is obviously a threat, and I love you is the biggest threat of all. But I love you is becoming less and less of a threat as the game proceeds, as I get more and more of an advantage. If I get up to my red interest mark, I'm immediately going to start attacking him. That is going to be a delicious little piece for us to grab. Now, I do see that Tokyo is getting attacked, which is great. That Tabby is attacking someone besides me, which means that he's not saving up his troops. Now, I could attack Tabby. Oh, you have full scent. Let's grab all this land and just further strengthen ourselves. Oh, you have full scent. How strong is the green player below you? Not that strong. Okay. He's only at 2 million. That's a great advantage for us. That's a bully on for us. We'll just start attacking I love you. We're at 15 million now. We're very strong. We'll get this guy off our borders and, just really have trapped him and had played a dangerous game, but came out ahead at the end. And from there, we'll decide our next target. Now, I do see that Jokip is getting big. Now, Imperium Rome is also getting big. Those are going to be two big threats that I don't necessarily want to deal with until I absolutely have to. But I love you has full sent me, so we have been able to eliminate him. And I think we take out the Green Army next. The positioning here just kind of works itself out. We don't have borders on a very strong person after this. Tabby is going after border patrol. That is lovely for us. Again, another distraction for Tabby, as we can quickly work through this guy. And if we can take out this guy and then Tabby, we win the game. We're already at about 40%, so we're very strong right now. We're sitting at close to our red interest mark. Let's go after Tabby right now. I'm not even worried about border patrol or anybody else in this regard. We'll go ahead and finish off border patrol though, grabbing the rest of this land, and there we go. We sit at 50% of the land. Not quite at red interest, but it's not like everybody else could stop me at this point. You have to be an incredibly coordinated attack, and both are actually asking for truces here. So we have our target to pick, and we're going to pick Rome to go into first here and say GG's to use. Oh, he full sends us. Alrighty. Well, we'll jump into that, grab the rest of this land, and then start attacking Jokib. And as soon as we have Jokib, actually, let's go into GNI. That'll be a lot of cheap land. No need to rush into anything. We have 60% of the land. We don't really need any allies here, and we'll take out GNI. We didn't really have too many allies other than Tokyo, who did full send. Not on us, keep that in mind. That was the only person, and then I think we had a brief alliance with the Green Army. So only a couple betrayals here. Hey, it's called progress. But we'll work to take out Jokib right down here. We are sitting at our red interest mark, so it won't be long. And we'll go ahead and speed through the rest of this. And as we do, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the episode. If you have made this far in the episode, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one. And a special thank you to all of my members, with a shout out to producers Thessalonica Gaming, Dorker or Not, Serious Potato, and Tixapop, BB, Obama Toes, Chris Mitchell, and executive producers Miskits, The Mallard, Newbrex, A137, In My Element, Mason / Aurelius, Morwin, Rat, Stuka Robert, Tokyo Yowboy, Kevin Andy Stamps, Sakari Scarlet, Rob Coleman, Uther Ekanal, Brock Lowry, Ogan Gabriel, Demented Chickens, and Jock Rip. And channel sponsor, Daniel Stevens. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.